Live, baby.
All right.
All right.
What up?
3
kids?
minutes. 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Live, baby.
That was me, brother. Don't judge me. I saw the look. I could feel it.
I was just making sure.
No, you said timestamp. That was the meatball.
That was the meatball. Why is my dog
Ghost.
barking?
Dude, it's the ghost.
The nation's top aviation regulator is asking local officials to consider criminal charges more
It'll stop right now. Watch this. It's like a volume switch.
That's not how that works.
Dude, I just realized the side view's a little different.
Yeah, he's got a little snubby nose.
It almost looks like the Grinch.
It does.
Like they're related.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I'm going to put Bigfoot over there.
Where?
That's big feet.
Oh, big feet. Yeah, I guess you're right.
All right, let's get everything rocking and rolling here. Okay, that was me, Phillips. My bad. I'm going to do my volume here.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right, what's going on, everybody? What's up, Jewel? Oh, all right. Mary, Jamie, Sarah, Megan, Stephen Payne. All right, Stephen Payne. Scott Livingston,
Stephen
judging.
Payne, Leprechaun.
Dixie Rogers. Hello, boys. I tried doing that in Southern accent, and I failed
Hello.
miserably. Miserable.
I can just say hello, boys. I mean, that's the same.
Hello, boys. Hello, boys. All right. About 10 years ago, I was visiting my dad at his house.
You gonna read that?
No, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe,
okay.
you know, if the energy draws us to that, Brother Phillips, if it draws us to that.
Okay.
All right, I got to do this really quick. Today is not yesterday.
All right.
How do I do this? Posts, videos. Is it show the live video? I got to share it, and it's not cooperating with me. There we go. Boom. See? It's not doing it. Not cooperating.
40 seconds.
That was me, my brother. All right. All right, kids, let's rock and roll. Share away. Hello, darlings. Scott Livingston, I heard you say that. Give a share for me because I'm having technical difficulties with my telephono.
Telephono.
Oh, there's Jeff right there. I'm going live at
There we go.
about 7. Ron Phillips, Rocky Stucci.
20 seconds.
20. Come on.
No more drop a cat cooler. No coolers were harmed in the making of this ad, but the island is a total loss. Cat Coolers does not recommend dropping coolers from planes, but the video is really cool, and it's still illegal to smuggle a cat into New Mexico.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocci Stucci.
Is it really illegal to bring cats into Mexico?
I have no idea. I doubt it.
I doubt it, too.
I doubt it.
I mean, don't they have like a critter problem?
I don't.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry, I'm working on it.
Yeah,
I'm working
no.
with the guest. We're having a little
you
trouble.
are. I got this, folks. Welcome to the program. Emotional Meatball here, Rocci Stucci, and we have my brother at arms, Mr. Ron Phillips. What you're seeing right now, this is a different mode of Ron Phillips, folks. So if you are watching, this is what we call producer Ron Face.
Hey,
all right?
man, this is what happens when stuff doesn't go like it's supposed to go.
I know, and I know how you get. I remember, dude, when we were in South Carolina, dude, you had game face for like 4 hours until that studio got set up.
I did.
impressed.
I was focused.
No, you go ahead. Let's bring Brother Jeff in. We got a fun show for you tonight. It is Thursday, folks. Visit the website, abnormalrealities.com. Dudes, I said dude to the audience.
Yeah.
How professional was that? Wow, dudes. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. I got to tell you guys something.
Oh, yeah, he's got to tell you something, and it's serious. What is all the beeping going on?
That was, I think that
okay.
was over here. So,
Okay.
I saw a ghost animal in Ron's studio today.
That's what he keeps saying. He said he caught it out of the corner of his eye. What does that mean, a ghost animal? Was it like a raccoon, Bigfoot? What was
No, it looked more like a demon dog. I'm just saying.
it? Why would that be?
I don't know. The first part was really unnecessary, but I just needed a reaction from Ron Phillips because he's in producer mode and it's stressing me out.
Dude, look, if this was you doing your own show,
I get
you'd
it.
be doing the
Been
same
there,
thing, right?
done it.
Yes,
But
you have.
Right now, I'm super comfortable. Hey, by the way, Andrew Speck is in the chat room. I just want to thank him for his order. He is a huge supporter of my son's lures. You guys go check it out. We published a bunch more today. Wayfinderlures.com, wayfinderlures.com. No, I was sitting here earlier and I'm not lying. I mean, literally, I'm totally serious. Did you guys ever feel like you've seen, and I heard it and I believe it, Ron. I'm not asking you no questions you're typing right now. So I'm just talking with everybody right here
please
and
do.
right there.
Thank you.
I've heard ton of stories, and you guys in the chat room, I want to hear it. Ton of stories in regards to like when you lose an animal, a cat, a bird. No, not so much a bird. That was kind of dumb. Don't know why I said that part. A cat or a dog. You think you see it. You think you feel it. I truly believe that you do, right? My parents one time, I'm not talking to you, Ron. My parents one time, I was going to turn to you and talk to you, but no, I don't want to even look at you right now.
I'm doing.
Dude, I'm not interrupting you. All right. So, they were laying in their bed. Don't look at me. You gotta do your thing. They were laying in their
back
bed.
And forth.
And I'm sure, fully in pajamas. My dad likes his flannel pajamas. And at one time at the end of the bed, my mom saw it was a small dog, but still big enough to be able to peek over the bed. She didn't say anything at first. And literally, never mind. Literally, like 2 seconds later, my dad looks over at my mom and he goes, "Did you just see that? Did you just see that?" So my dad saw it without even acknowledging my mom, and vice versa. So they both saw it independently and then confirmed that they both saw it. So my question to you is, do you believe, because Ron, just listen, you don't need to look, there are people that are super staunch in their religious beliefs that they believe that animals don't have souls.
Okay.
But the question is though, okay, so we think a dog will have a soul because a dog shows love and compassion. Horses have souls. Cats have souls. Do bugs have souls? Do spiders have souls? Because technically they're energy. So if you believe in the reincarnation theory means you cannot create nor destroy energy. It just converts from one form to the other, right?
That's true. That is true.
No matter if it's a small, tiny ant, it still possesses, even if it's minute, energy. So when that ant dies, like when I catch that fire ant mound on fire, there's a whole bunch of little ants going into the light. Literally.
Yeah.
Right? So do they reincarnate? Or do they have souls because it's still a living mechanism, living being? Or do you believe that you have to be able to possess a form of love and feel that emotion of love to be able to have a soul? Is there guidelines? Is there lines in the sand?
I would love to know what people think about that, because I've had that discussion with people several times, whether or not animals have souls, because this was the whole thing about human beings. We possess one specific trait as a mammal that other mammals don't possess.
Right.
What is that trait?
Love.
No. The ability to blush. Did you know that? I love you. Okay. I love you, man.
Dude, I know you do, girl.
Stop.
I know you do.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So I'd love to know.
So wait a minute, dude. Silverbacks can blush. I seen it.
Have you?
Dude, Michael Jackson's chimpanzee blushed all the time.
Have you seen it?
No, but maybe. You would think Michael Jackson's chimpanzee would blush all the time because, I'm not implementing nothing.
That's right.
But you know what I'm saying? Take a look.
Stop showing my alien's ass.
What? You said it. I didn't say it.
Okay. We do have our guest ready whenever we're ready.
Oh, brother, bring him in.
Look, he's got that look on his face like, what in the hell are y'all talking about? Hey, Jeff. Can you hear us?
Hey, man.
Oh,
What's going on?
You know, Jeff, you walked in at a perfect time. Serious question. We're going to jump right into this. Do chimpanzees blush?
Well,
Come on, Jeff.
Come on, Jeff. You have two different come ons right here. You know,
in order for a chimpanzee to be able to blush, they would have to be able to feel some sort of emotion that would cause them to blush.
yeah, they're pretty straight to the point.
Yeah, and you're right. So
That's really actually a pretty profound.
you would have
thought.
been better off asking him if Bigfoot blushes.
All right. Let's go to the second part of this question, because now this is serious, because this is something I've pondered for a long time. When it comes to animal souls, I know some people, very staunch Catholics, that believe that animals do not have souls. Do you, sir, believe that animals have souls? And I kind of mentioned the reincarnation theory. Everything is energy, even all the way down to an ant. But let's keep this more to the animal part, right? Do you, sir, believe that animals all have souls, or do some have souls, or none?
You know, this is a difficult question for a lot of people. Now, me, being of Native American descent and having certain beliefs that are rooted in that culture, I 100% believe that animals do possess a soul as we understand soul, a spirit. I'm of the belief that God created nothing that was not worthy of a soul, of a spirit. It's hard to believe that something like a dog or a cat or any animal that you've spent time with that shows you what we perceive as love and affection could not have a soul.
That's a fantastic answer, actually.
It's really good. It's really good.
I've worked with a lot of animals in my lifetime, everything from tigers and lions to chimpanzees. And I have found that every one of them, if given the opportunity and time spent with them, all expressed a certain amount of care, love, what we perceive as love, and just something really uncanny. Even back when I was working with tigers, I worked as a teenager. There was a guy that lived in the town of Tenaha that had bred big cats for Barnum and Bailey and Ringling Brothers circuses. And I worked for him taking care of those cats.
Oh.
And my job every day, I took a 750-pound male tiger, Bengal tiger, to a pond to go swimming. And this tiger and I built up such a bond that this tiger would cry whenever it saw me. It would actually cry out, and it would make noises. And when I was coming, it would get excited. And when I would leave, it would get sad. And you could tell that these emotions were there in this cat. So I have to believe that if they're capable of showing these emotions, that they're not just mindless drones, that they do have some, it may not be the same soul that you and I have, but I have to believe that they have something.
I agree. It's some type of energy. I mean, I've seen videos, not doctored videos, of dogs crying on the grave of their owner or on the casket because they were sad that their owner wasn't there anymore. I mean, yeah, I'm with you on that. It's kind of a.
But what about this?
Crazy
what about
question.
all the animals throughout history that have been seen as ghostly apparitions? That, you know, there's always been a ghost dog or a ghost cat or a ghost deer, or there's been some kind of animal apparition that has been seen. You know, old Farmer Johnson loved this dog, and the dog lived for 20 years, and now that same old dog can be seen at the farm or something like that. You know, if these animals didn't have some sort of, like you said, an energy, a spirit a soul or something like that, how could they still be projecting a image, a ghostly image?
That's a damn good question. But that dog you saw that night,
I thought about that.
I promise you that some bitch didn't have a soul.
I thought about that when he's talking. I didn't know when to jump in with it. I felt it.
Yeah, that one came from somewhere else.
Hell? Did it come from hell? Probably. Okay. Yeah, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, go back and watch Jeff's first interview with us, and he tells the story of the demon dog.
That stuck with us for a little bit.
That did stick with us for a little bit.
that stuck with us a little bit.
That damn thing.
Yeah, I went home and I didn't talk to my dogs for 2 days.
So we've got Jeff on tonight for a specific reason. Jeff messaged me and he says, hey, let's do a show where we talk about proven hoaxers in the crypto and paranormal worlds. So, Jeff, you obviously have experience with this.
Big time.
Oh.
I was asked to be on a television show many years ago when the Bigfoot craze first started hitting TV. There was a show that was called the $10 million Bigfoot Bounty.
Oh.
And I interviewed to be on this show. And during the course of the interview, I made it all the way through to the end. And the guy said on this Skype interview, he was like, well, just a question. If you were asked to maybe, he didn't use the word hoax, but he said if you were asked to fabricate some evidence or do something just for the sake of good television, would you? And I said no.
Hey, you didn't make it on the show, did you?
I pride myself.
Yeah, but you know what, though, Jeff? Dude, I'll tell you something. You know damn well that there is plenty of people out there that would have no problem.
That would have said yes, and they did, and that's why they made it onto the show. Absolutely.
Well, it ends up that this exact same show called me back when they were going to be on for a second season, called me back and asked me if I would join the crew of the show. And if I would go out and I would plant evidence, fake evidence for these people to find. Now, they said that they were wanting to see if these people could tell the difference between real and fake evidence. They did not say they were going to use that evidence to hoax the public. They were going to use that evidence to see if the contestants could tell the difference.
Yeah.
And I still turned it down because I didn't want my name associated with any type of hoaxing whatsoever.
So Jeff, let me ask you, because while you're talking, one of my biggest frustrations is when you refer stuff like this, and even doctor shows and police shows, cop shows, it creates such a false perception of really what the experiences are. And so, what is your level of frustration? I know what mine is, and I'm pretty vocal about it. But what's your level of frustration when you yourself, people like me, people like, Ron's getting into this, and my small circle of people, we take this serious as life, our research in the paranormal I'm speaking of. How does that make you feel when you devote your research into something and then you have these charlatans like that come out publicly and misrepresent actually the real work behind it?
What aggravates me the most is that when you're very honest, you have integrity, and you're out there doing a genuine effort, you're making a genuine effort to look at real evidence, debunk everything that's debunkable, disprove everything that's disprovable, and see what you're left with, and then go from there investigating what you're left with to see what's what. And you can't get the time of day. You can't get any of your books read and published hardly. You can't get any television and things like that. They're not really that interested in you. But every one of these people, save for one or two, that just they throw TV shows at, they throw book deals at, they throw all this fame, so to speak, at, and they're the biggest bunch of liars and charlatans in the history of the world, and they've been caught at it. One of the guys that has done this, Rick Dyer, had the
I remember
Bigfoot in
him.
the freezer.
Yep, I
years
remember
ago.
him. Yeah.
Rick Dyer hoaxed everybody. He admitted that he hoaxed everybody, and he said, I will hoax again, and everybody will believe me. 6 months or a year later, he hoaxed everybody again, said that down in San Antonio, he nailed some ribs to a tree and killed a Bigfoot, called it Hank. They put it in a trailer, one of those little cargo trailers, in a glass coffin, drove around the country, and people paid $15 a pop to go and look at this fake Bigfoot in a glass coffin kind of thing. And then he come out, hi, it was a hoax. I told everybody I was going to hoax you again. I did, and y'all believed it. And people put him on TV shows. They put him on talk shows. They put him on everything. And
it just seems like
he told everybody it was junk.
It seems like that's the wrong kind of press you want, but
it's a good way to get slapped in the face.
It is, especially if I paid money, right? I mean, the bottom line though is people are gullible. Don't get me wrong. That's just kind of the way life is. But at the same time, this guy's making all his money by doing hoaxes, claiming that they're hoaxes, and that's how he's getting the press. It's the P.T. Barnum School, I guess you could say. Any press is good press. Just spell his name correctly, you know.
And another one that gets me is since the advent of social media, anybody and everybody can all of a sudden become a quote unquote cryptozoologist. They have no background in animal science. They have no background in anything that being an investigator, being a police officer, anything that would lend to them being able to investigate anything. And all of a sudden they have a Facebook page, they have a group, they have Instagrams, Twitters, everything. And they've got thousands upon thousands of people following them. And they're putting out junk, footprints. You know, one of my biggest pet peeves is they'll show a picture of a footprint and it's in the middle of the leaf littered forest, and in the middle of 1,000 acres of leaf littered forest, this is the one spot that Bigfoot stepped, and there's a pristine footprint. There's not another footprint anywhere around it, and the ground is hard as a rock. And they got this pristine footprint, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, that's the best footprint I've ever seen. That's such good evidence." And I'm going, "It's fabricated. It's false. It's fake. It's junk." I'm looking at it, and boy, if you come at them, if you dare say you think that that's fabricated or whatever, you get attacked by all their minions, and you are just lower than whale turds.
So, Jeff, let me ask you, do you think that a lot of people, because I see it a lot in the paranormal field, do you think a lot of people just want to believe so bad that they're that delusional in their belief system that they will become blind to truth and facts just to say it's real?
Yeah. I've literally had people track me down, find out where I live, drive to my home, to come in my house, knock on my door, come in my house and sit on my couch and tell me about centaurs living at Lake Nacogdoches. Centaurs. We're talking half horse, half human
that would be cool.
Animals that are living around Lake Nacogdoches. You know, just they've seen them many times.
Oh.
And, you know, I'm sitting there going half horse. Got the body of a horse, the torso of a man coming out of it. And you're going to track me down.
Isn't that
drive an hour from your home, track me down to come to my house to tell me about that. And I have people that do think that just, oh, I've got to tell you my story. And of course I listen to everybody and they'll tell me their story. And you can tell that it's like, wow, you start asking the questions of, you know, where did you see this? What time of day was it? What time of night? How tall was it? Was this, was that, was this, was that? Can we go to the location and look? Well, we can't go there. Why can't we? You know, it's just there's lots of things that you learn over the years to ask.
But some of
And
those
that
people
throw
are
up red
believable.
flags.
Right. But well, the problem is probably not that they're believable, but that they themselves believe what they're telling you. And you know damn good and well that it's fake.
That's some narcissistic crap right there.
Yeah.
You know, being from both realms of paranormal and cryptozoological, I believe now certain amount of people are totally honest. They may have seen something, but they're thinking they saw something cryptozoological when they saw something paranormal.
Right.
If, you know, I hear people all the time say that Bigfoot can cloak. He can go invisible. You know, he's got his Harry Potter cloak on and he can go invisible. Well, in the realm of zoology, there is no precedent for a hair-covered mammal to be able to do anything. Now, in, you know, fish and things like that, we have certain species that can make their bodies go translucent. I think, you know, cuttlefish, octopus, things like that, they can camouflage their bodies. Certain chameleons and different reptiles can camouflage their bodies, but none of them have hair. Hair is not a living thing that can change colors. So when people tell me that, you know, I was sitting there looking at Bigfoot and Bigfoot he just vanished. He just went invisible. I go to, well, this may be more of a paranormal sighting than an actual flesh and blood sighting.
So that makes sense because I've heard the stories about Bigfoot kind of moving into and out of visibility through like other realms, like moving, you know.
But cryptozoology, it sounds more sophisticated instead of saying paranormal investigator.
No, I get that, but cryptozoology isn't paranormal investigation.
Fact.
Yeah.
100% fact. Oh, by the way, really quick.
Yeah, Jeff, we're going to go to a break real quick. Hang out with us for a
Jeff,
second.
I just want to tell you that I do know one person that could challenge you on the human hair color changing theory. I'm just saying. Hello.
Oh.
Anyways.
They can't, he says.
Yeah. Abnormal Realities, folks, right here. Mojo 50 Radio, Odyssey Radio, OpsLens.com, iHeart Radio, and broadcasting around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. This is going to get deep, dude.
It is going to get
deep.
deep.
Dogs have spirits. Phillips, take us home.
Oh, no. Hey, we haven't talked about our sponsor yet, RomikaDesigns.com, but we'll catch it at the end of the show. We also have an announcement at the end of the show. Stick with us, folks.
What?
All right, we're clear.
All right. You got to announce the announcement.
What?
What?
We're going to talk about it at the end of the show.
Yeah, we have to.
Don't do that. You're going to freak everybody out. We're not trying to freak anybody out.
No, it's freak outable, though.
It's freak outable.
Dude, I come up with words.
Did you just come up with that?
For a living.
It's freak outable, he says.
I was trying to get someone's attention. I'm not.
Yeah.
About the hair color thing.
Yeah, but she's listening and she's delayed.
Good point. That's why I say something funny, and like 20 seconds later, I get the middle finger.
Yeah, that. Yeah, that.
Yeah. All right, we got 1 minute and 10 seconds, Ron Phillips.
That's correct. We do.
All right, you need a hug right now.
No, I don't.
Dude, I am ready to come to you and give your ass a damn hug. Come here.
Oh,
come here, buddy.
Damn it.
It's okay, buddy.
Oh, let go of my boot. Seriously.
What? You needed that hug.
Welcome to the behind the scenes of
You guys feel it?
Radio show.
Oh, you feel it? All right, now everybody, I need some good juju. I need you guys to send some good vibrations. Oh, I got a good grab there, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Damn right I did.
Got it all.
You guys send it. Send Phillips the happy vibes. Feel it.
Yeah, I feel them. Thank you.
I call that my Elvis Presley.
Yeah, how'd that work out for
Kind
you?
of think I pulled a muscle.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, 20 seconds.
Baby, let me be.
No internet. My internet
Love
just
and
dropped.
Teddy. Come on, Jeff's coming back. Let's go.
You know, got internet thingy.
Bringing you the best show money can buy
Assuming that my internet is back.
on a Mojo budget.
Hallelujah. Oh my God, that was terrible. Holy shit, really? I hit that button like 10 minutes ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Abnormal Realities.
There it is.
I am Ron Phillips. This is Rocci.
How you doing? How you doing?
How you do? What are you doing?
I'm feeling your energy and I'm appreciating it right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Thank
taking
you.
it in.
Appreciate that.
Thank
Now
you, everybody, for the juice.
we did not talk about our sponsor in the first segment like
Okay,
we
you ready?
normally
Are
do.
you ready? Are you ready?
But here's
Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is brought to you by...
yes, it is Romika Designs, laser engraving and laser cutting. You can find us at romikadesigns.com or at Romika Designs on all of the socials. We do lots of cool things.
You know what? I really were stretching that.
I was stretching. I
you were
was
stretching that.
pausing. I was delaying.
Like,
yeah,
what
I
the
did.
hell
I got
are
it
you
all.
doing?
I got it all in there though.
And all the social networks. Then he was debating, should I say Facebook, Instagram,
No,
Twitter,
I was
TikTok. But this can take a lot of time, and then I'm going to
Oh,
go over
holy
on my
hell.
time. Come on, Jeff.
Yeah, let's get him back up here. Jeff Stewart. Jeff CryptoHulk Stewart. Welcome back, buddy. How are you?
I am ecstatic to be here.
He looks like it though, doesn't
I
he?
felt that kind of. I kind of felt that. I mean, look, I got chills in my arms. Right now.
Oh,
Got chills
good
in my arms.
Lord.
I'm hardly able to contain myself.
This is the most excitement we've had on this show in a long time.
Dude, we got excitement
I
on
don't know.
here
I
all the
seen all that
time.
hugging going on a while ago. That was kind of exciting.
It was.
See, you were missing out.
I
That's the
got
point.
a grab in too. Thank you.
He did.
very
He got
much.
a grab in.
Yes, I did. Yes,
That's what I
I
say.
did.
I'm a hugger myself, so you know,
Jeff.
I like hugs.
I like hugs too.
Jeff, when we
honestly.
see you, all three of us, 3-minute hug, live streamed it.
There you go.
Yep.
And Rocky likes to live stream stuff. So, Jeff, I have a question for you.
Oh.
It goes back.
Absolutely.
It goes back. You know what I mean when I say the Patterson Gimlin film, right?
Oh.
Of course.
Real
Bob
or
Gimlin
not?
is a very close friend of mine.
What? Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, tell us about him, and then tell us whether you think that film is fake or not.
Well,
Bob
if he's a-
Gimlin is one of the nicest human beings you ever want to meet. He is just, it is just so funny that meet this man and sit down, you feel like you're talking to your grandpa.
Oh.
Because he's that loving and kind and nice. I have, well, at a conference here a couple of years ago, he had actually gotten some death threats before the conference, and I was asked
Why would he
to
get death
put
threats?
my table. Oh my gosh, y'all don't know. I get death threats on a daily basis just about it. Because I disagree with people or something like that, and their minions will come at me and threaten to kill me. And
It's,
I'm like, you want my address?
Yeah,
dude,
bring it on.
I remember, Jeff, when everybody
I'm a
wanted to be...
redneck from East Texas that owns lots of guns. Do you
Lots
not think
of
I would
guns.
relish the chance for
Lots of
somebody
them.
to come at me?
Not
I
a good
mean,
plan.
No, seriously. No, Jeff, do you remember when Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures were super big, and then everybody wanted to be Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures? They got the cool outfits and the cool
Yeah.
T-shirts. And
yeah.
dude, I'm telling you, it was like when there was groups everywhere, it was
Yeah.
territorial. I mean, if a group went into like another small town, just be like some gang shit, bro.
Really?
Yes,
Bro,
bro.
y'all don't know. I did a television show called Monsters and Mysteries in America. Well, once I was done with that, that was on the Destination America channel. Well, Destination America hired me to be a content creator for the show. I did a podcast where I mentioned that I was going to the Sam Houston National Forest to do some investigating and scouting around that area for possible show locations.
Oh, boy.
The next thing you know, I had death threats. I had people that investigated in that area that were on podcasts saying that if Jeff Stewart comes in our area, we're going to meet him with guns. We're going to block his access to the Sam Houston National Forest. We are going to be down every trail with air horns and beating pots and pans. We'll make sure that he can't investigate in our area.
Why would people do that? What is the point, I guess?
And I mean, we're not talking about private land here. We're talking about public. Access land.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like I was going to someone's grandmother's 40-acre pond or something like that and trying to catch their big fish. You know, I was actually going to a public forest, a national forest, you know, and it's just, you get stuff like that. But, you know, back to Bob and the Patterson-Gimlin film. As most people know, I have done a few movies. I am a special effects fanboy. I grew up doing special effects, making Halloween masks, things like that. Just got through doing a movie called Man vs. Bigfoot, where I did all the special effects for the movie. And
nice.
actually built a Bigfoot costume for the movie. And the thing that strikes me about the Patterson-Gimlin film is in 1967, when this film was supposedly filmed, when this footage, the technology to make a suit like they claim was made was not even in Hollywood. Many of the top special effects artists of the day say they could not have made that suit with what was available then. Now you're telling me that a couple of rodeo cowboys built a suit better than what Hollywood special effects artists could build in their garage.
Well, in Rocky,
the latex wasn't there.
Yeah,
the hair, and supposedly they built it out of some old bear rugs and remnants of bear hides and things like that. Now, this is a film that has not been able to 100% be debunked since 1967. With all our technology we have today, with all of our computers, everything we have, nobody can actually 100% debunk it. And being able to do special effects, I could not have built that costume then. Many people today have tried to duplicate that costume, been able to.
So we're showing it on the screen right now so people will understand. This is the Bigfoot with the boobs, Rocky. Yeah, the Patterson-Gimlin film. This is the most famous, in my opinion, the most famous Bigfoot film made.
That's all I see now, though, Ron.
Is the boobs?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry about that, bud.
and you have to ask yourself, why would two redneck rodeo cowboys who are going to hoax somebody about a Bigfoot, why would they have put boobs on Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Why would they have done that? You
point.
wouldn't think to do that. That wouldn't be in your mind to do. Plus, that would have added a level of difficulty to building this costume. And we're talking about two, like I keep saying this, two rodeo cowboys with no taxidermy skills, no special effects artist skills. And you tell me they created that highly technical suit and put somebody in it. And of course, Bob Hieronymus has come forward and he says, I was the guy in the suit and all of this, but nobody can produce a suit. There's been people say, I've got the suit, but nobody produces it. And here's another thing. Why would Bob Gimlin, Roger Patterson have lived their lives in relative mediocrity as far as income and things like that? If they had that level of skill to do special effects, why didn't they go to Hollywood and make millions of dollars in the movie industry? Because if you think at that time, you had Planet of the Apes was one of the biggest blockbuster movies out. Their costumes look like plastic rubber masks on people. That their special effects didn't look half that good.
You know, I got to say something, Jeff. I'm watching this video and I can't stop watching it now. Ron, play it for a second. The part where this Bigfoot turns around and looks, there's a little creepy factor I got going on right now. I mean, if something did that to me in the woods, there would definitely be an exit from a specific hole in my body. I'm just saying.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, putting actors in Bigfoot costumes with masks and things, they don't move that well.
Yeah,
you're talking about a rubber mask on somebody in 1967. It wouldn't have been latex; it would have been rubber.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been something that was like your own flesh because they didn't have that technology then.
It's just crazy to watch. I mean, unless you know of something else, and I'm sure you do, but this is probably the most famous Bigfoot, video that's out there, correct?
This is the one that has not been able to be 100% debunked. There's people that say, oh, it's not real. Then there's people that say, oh, it's real. But there's never been anybody to come forward and say, okay, we've analyzed this. We've ran it through this, 921 spectrographic anemometer, and boy, we've proven that it is fake. There's been nobody that can do that. Wow. Now, one day, somebody may come out and prove that it's fake, and I'm going to go, wow, man, that was so good, it got me. Yep. But as of right now, I'm willing to say I can't see it being fake. Now, interesting thing, that creature looks nothing like the creatures that I have been face to face with.
Oh. So it's a different species.
I don't necessarily know if it's a different species or just we look different as human beings. I look different than you. You look different than me. We're similar. We have two eyes, a nose, mouth, ears. Our anatomical, our anatomy, I guess, the best word, is the same, but we look totally different. We don't look like Oriental people. We don't look like people from India or the Middle East, or, we don't look like different ethnic peoples. People from different regions of the world. You have people, the Greeks, who are known to be a very hairy people. We've got people from, the Polynesian islands who don't have very much body hair. So if you take region by region, it could simply just be different Bigfoot from different regions look differently as we look different from one another.
It's deep.
I've never thought about that before.
But I think we look good as hell. I'm just saying.
I started to say, because, when you were talking about and you were describing on the last show and you were describing this being that, jumped out of the tree and landed near you and was looking at you, what you described, what I understood you to describe, was more of a very hairy, matted hair, homeless person. Honestly, because you didn't specifically say that it had ape-like features. You know what I'm saying?
If you looked at this thing in the face that I saw, both of them that I saw face to face, if you've ever seen pictures of the old Australian Aboriginals from like back in the 1920s, 30s, some of those old black and white photographs, that's what it looked like. The skin was a mahogany brown color, almost shiny, oily looking. The lips were very pronounced, but not outside the realm of human lips. Nose was broad and flat. Eyes were very much, you could see the definition in the eyes, the detail, but the sclera of the eyes was almost jaundiced looking. It was kind of yellow, but it wasn't big, black, dead doll eyes. It was an eye with definite differences in the sclera and the pupil and the retina, cornea, all of that kind of stuff. There was difference. You could see it. But looking at this thing, growing up, never heard tales of Bigfoot in the woods that I hunted. But we were always cautioned as kids playing and hunting in the woods, watch out for the old hermits that live out in the woods, the hobos, things like that lived out in the woods. And somebody would come in every once in a while and say, oh my gosh, we saw a hobo out in the woods or something like that. And now my mind goes to, what if they didn't see a hobo out in the woods? What if they actually saw a Bigfoot creature?
Entirely possible. Rocky, what are these images that you're looking
I'm wondering what that kid is doing on that image right there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, wow.
No, okay, show this picture here really quick. I want Jeff to see this picture. I don't know if it's going to be a good picture, Jeff, or if you can even see it. Anything, any resemblance? I mean, that's almost like a human, just a super hairy dude.
Okay, that looks like the creature from that Lance Henriksen movie about
Satan.
Bigfoot. Really good movie, but similar to that, but not quite that. You see how hard those features were on that creature?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got that long top lip, and the lips are not really that large. That's similar, but that doesn't look really.
Oh, the hell! I wouldn't want to run into that in the freaking back alley. It's looking at you, Ron. Look at it.
I see it.
Oh,
And
Say it again. Say it again, Jeff.
Monkey.
Yeah, that one. That's way
These
more.
photos are too simian,
Yeah,
too
okay.
monkeyish. Oh my God, that's fraud standing. Go back. The one before this one. Right there, that's Fraud Standings.
who's that?
That's Todd Standings. That photo supposedly from Todd Standing up in Canada, who not that one, the one after it, the one the one looks like it's got peach fuzz on its face. Yeah. Supposedly, and the dead doll eyes and stuff. You know, Todd Standing claims that this is a real picture of one of the Bigfoot up in Canada.
What?
And yeah. And there's another one that he has that if you look at it and a picture of him side by side, it looks like him in makeup.
You know, I'm not.
So,
don't take this the wrong way, folks. Don't take this the wrong way. But for some reason, I just felt like that one was probably more like a Bigfoot you'd find in Japan.
I can see that.
I'm feeling that. I'm just saying. Do you feel that? Look at
Yeah. Hey, Jeff, pull your camera back a little bit. It's all up in your face.
I'm sorry. For some reason, I'm having a hard time hearing, so I'm kind of holding it close so I can hear you guys. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. That's all right. It was just getting closer and closer. But no, I mean, if you did, yeah, we're looking at it, different images, and any of these images could be similar to what you saw.
Yep.
But quite honestly, just to have the conversation with someone who has put their eyes physically on a creature like this, been able to talk about it, things like that. And quite honestly, for me, for it to have happened so close to where I live. I mean, you know, I've got friends of mine that live in Arkansas, friends that live in, like you guys, in East Texas. And I had no idea that even it was possible to see things like that in East Texas. Hell, I've walked around in the woods out there, never even encountered, you know, the slightest. But I think at one point we want to come out there.
That's a good point. That's a real good point. And people bring that up all the time. I get guys that come up to me, you know, and they're like, man, I've hunted these woods my whole life and I ain't never seen me no Bigfoot. And I'm like, well, guess what? I'd hunted them my whole life too and never saw one until I saw one. And I hit them with this. The black-footed ferret is native to East Texas, but I guarantee you can't find one out of 1,000 people in East Texas that's ever seen one in the wild.
Okay, good point.
There are all manners of animals that live in the woods of East Texas, and people don't see them. People have never seen a screech owl. You've heard a screech owl, but you've probably never seen a screech owl because a screech owl is about, 6 inches tall. They're not your big barred owl or anything like that.
What do they say in regards to the strength of a Bigfoot? I know nobody's really gotten a ring and scrapped with a Bigfoot, but when we talk about a silverback, what do they say? They're like 3 times the strength of a human being, a human man.
Oh, yeah.
Is the same
More
theory?
like 5 times.
I don't think I'll have a chance.
A chimpanzee, 120-pound chimpanzee, is about 3 to 5 times stronger than a 190 to 200-pound human male.
What?
They literally can rip your face off.
A chimpanzee will rip you apart.
They will eat your eyeballs,
yes,
dude.
they will.
Like milk duds.
And when you're talking about the strength of a mountain gorilla, we're talking about we couldn't even put up a good fight if one of them decided to come at us. There's no way possible. I mean, Schwarzenegger couldn't fight him. He'd get his butt handed to him.
Dang.
It's all speculation. Everything with Bigfoot is theory and speculation because we have nothing. There is no proof. There's no study. We didn't even know anything about the mountain gorilla until somebody went and spent years living in the woods with them.
I couldn't do that.
In the jungle with them and wrote down everything they saw them do.
Bugs.
And until we have a comprehensive study like that on Bigfoot, everything's speculation. But, we would think that if they are more on the lines of a prehistoric type human being like Heidelbergensis or Neanderthal or something like that, then their strength would probably be very comparable to our own. But if we think that they are more akin to the gorilla, that they are more of an ape than a humanoid, then we would have to think that their strength would be more along the lines of the apes, the simians.
That's tough.
It is
That's
tough.
real strong.
And it's reasonable to think that. But everybody's afraid of Bigfoot when it comes right down to it. Do you fight it? Do you run from it? Do you shoot it?
Dude, if your family was in danger, would you scrap with Bigfoot to try to protect your family?
Of course.
That's straight up.
Yeah, of course. I'd lose, but of course I would.
Dude, I think
you would do that too.
Well, we need to think about something. Think about this. When we talk about Bigfoot being, 7 feet tall,
to get away.
Think about somebody like Shaquille O'Neal being 7 feet tall. Think of the amount of muscle that is on him. He's not a beanpole. These creatures aren't tall, skinny beanpoles. They're very muscular, very robust. And so if you're talking about somebody that's built like Shaquille O'Neal, believe me, if you got in a wrestling match, I don't know about a boxing match, but if you got in a wrestling match with Shaquille, he could probably overpower you without thinking twice.
Yeah.
That is no joke.
Yeah, I feel pretty confident about that.
That is no joke. Hey, Jeff, we've got an announcement we've got to make to these guys here, so we're gonna let you go. But listen, brother, we'd love to have you back again. You've got great information, and we appreciate you on short notice coming and visiting with us again tonight and talking about this.
Fun.
Yeah, thank you. And one of these days, I want to meet Bob Gimlin. That'd be great. I don't know, is he still alive?
Oh gosh, Mr. Bob, he's still going around to conferences, and he has a really good friend of mine that travels with him, and they go to conferences. And Russell Accord is his name, and Russell takes care of Bob and makes sure Bob's safe, and Bob gets to and from where Bob needs to go. And
how old is he now? Probably
Bob
in his 90s.
Oh gosh. I'm thinking Bob's 80 something. You got to forgive me. I wanted to say 86, 88. I could be wrong. Someone correct me if I'm wrong out there,
Now,
because I'm positive I'm wrong.
If that film was in 67, that would make it about right. 80s, late 80s, early 90s, something like
40
that.
some years ago, yeah.
50.
All right, Jeff.
He is as spry as you would want.
I want to be like that when I get that
no
age.
kidding.
Jeff, we love you,
Jeff
brother.
Stewart.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you, brother.
my friend.
Take care. Thanks, Jeff.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks,
See
Jeff.
ya. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Stewart.
Dude, I got an idea.
All right, what's that?
Let's fight a damn kangaroo.
Let's fight a kangaroo.
You
Why
can
would
pay
we fight-
$10 at a carnival and you can go toe to toe with the kangaroo. Literally.
Dude, they will deck you.
Dude.
There's a video out there of a guy freaking punching a kangaroo. Wow.
I think somebody's visualizing it right now.
Yeah.
Somebody's visualizing it.
All you got to do is get him to kick you in the head once.
Oh,
and
you
then
kicked
you're
me in
done.
the face.
Oh no.
I'll be so mad, but I couldn't
I'm
do
out.
nothing about it.
All right. So what's happening?
We are going to film Ron jumping out of a plane.
That is not the case.
No?
That is not the announcement. It's not even close to the announcement. The announcement is
What?
The announcement is that
I got set up.
you didn't get set up. Is that tomorrow night's show will likely be
A
a
rerun.
replay.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Ron's mad at me. You guys
no,
noticed
I'm
the whole
not
damn
mad
show.
at you. I'm not mad at
Dude.
you at all, dude. I'm not mad
See?
at you at all.
Don't.
But something came up with one of our family members, and we need to take care of that business.
Oh.
And I guess I'm hoping everybody can understand that. So
Yeah, it's
it'll
all
be
good.
be
Friday.
our first replay. So we'll knock that out tomorrow night. I'm not even sure what I'm going to put up yet, but I'll put up something. We probably will not have video associated with it tomorrow night, so it'll just be a replay on iHeartRadio. But you guys listen if you can, and we'll pick a good one to put up.
Dude, maybe we'll just do like we're gonna be different locations, but maybe we'll tie in and just do a quick live stream on Facebook just to let everybody know.
Now we could probably do that.
Just as a little treat because we are devoted, man.
Yeah, quite honestly, we're both kind of at a loss because we don't know really what we want to do tomorrow night.
No. Ron don't know what he wants. I told Ron, go dude, hit that go button, bro. Get to it. Hit the go button. I'm telling you.
The Skip to Zip said, did we just get best of'd?
Oh,
folks, it is what it is. Life gets in the way when you do a weeknight every weeknight show. So
just
5 days a
follow
week.
along and you'll understand. That's all I can say.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, we're not going and looking for somebody with the baseball bat. You know what I'm saying? That's Saturday night.
And I can't even say we're going to an investigation that happens to be at the same time as what our show is. Can't say that.
Dude, that's a hell of a point. But, we'll be broadcasting live from an undisclosed location.
That's a potential.
It's
yes.
a potential.
Yeah.
Yep, we're doing it. And we're going to film Ron Phillips going into a location by himself.
Scott says him and Audrey will do the show for us.
Come on. Hey, I want to explain something. See, Ron has been beat up since I told him. He's trying to act like he's totally okay with it. Because listen to me, folks. When we commit every single night to hang out with all of you for an hour, it actually, we feel like we abandon the listener when we have to put in a replay. Am I at all close and accurate on that?
Well, yeah. I want people to get the entertainment value out of the show, but everybody has to understand that we have lives outside of the show, believe it or not, right?
Not much. Just a little bit more than what we have. We don't got a lot of friends.
It is what it is, dude.
Ron went for a jog today. I'm proud of you.
I actually did.
Yes,
I went for a long walk and a little bit of a jog.
Yep,
It's
sure did.
crazy carrying this weight around. I got to do something.
I'm proud of you, brother.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so I think the beginning topic of this program was pretty deep.
Yeah, the souls.
Everybody will have a slightly different opinion on that.
They will.
So
they will, and nobody will be completely correct.
Except
it's just
us.
Everybody will
We're
have
pretty
an opinion.
damn close for correctness. We are pretty damn
Folks,
close.
go out and check out
Holy crap,
Romika
34
Designs.
seconds.
Go out and check out RomikaDesigns.com when you get a chance. Also, abnormalrealities.com. We did put a couple of new things out in the store, and you got to share the show, please. Share the show. Talk about us.
We're starting to make the charts.
We are starting to make the charts.
We're starting to make the charts. Come on.
Close us out.
Oh, no.
You got it. Go.
Folks, hey, from our family to yours, much love, much respect. Abnormal Realities, Odyssey, Ops Lens, Mojo 50 Radio, iHeart. Love you guys. Get out of here.
See ya. And we're clear.
We are clear.
Bye, Rocky.
Yeah, I did. I just spanked him. I slapped that ass. I sure did.
Oh,
I have
good
no
Lord.
shame in my game. What? Yeah, you did. Yes,
All right.
you did.
Love y'all. See you. See you. Maybe on the web tomorrow.
Bye.